we are going to talk about the sun position in astrology and cardology and how it can show us who we came here to be and how we came here to be it. Okay, so let's think about what the actual sun is and does. It's literally the giver of life force energy. If there was no sun, there'd be no life on Earth. And so we want to think of the sun in our charts as the same. So the sun in your chart is the giver of your own personal life force energy. And the flavor of it depends on the zodiac sign in which it's sitting in. So how do you find the sun energy in your chart? In your chart, you'll see it as a circle with a dot in the middle. So you want to find the sign that your sun is sitting in. Usually, you know what your sun sign is if you know the day you were born and you know what zodiac season that corresponds to. The energy of your sun sign is what you came here to radiate and beam out to the rest of the world. It's how you came here to express yourself and part of how others see you, the people that are especially closest to you. It is of the utmost importance that you nurture this energy. If you aren't feeding it, AKA if you're not being who you naturally are and who you came here to be, you're starving yourself of that life force energy. So how do you know if that's happening to you? You'll generally feel out of sync. You can be super successful on paper, but feel unhappy or unfulfilled or not understand why. It can result in anger issues, in depression or other mental health issues or disease. You would be surprised how many diseases and disorders are caused by these simple energetic misalignments. As I said, extremely important to feed this energy. Think of it as a food that your soul needs and what keeps your energy flowing instead of creating stagnancy. Now, is there a shadow or a low vibrational side to this energy? Of course there is. There's a low side to every energy. Now, as brilliant as the sun can be, there are times when it can be blinding and not in a good way. It can be egotistical, domineering, willful, only thinking about itself, a very look at me energy, but not really caring about anyone else. It can also show up as the exact opposite. It can be afraid to shine for fear of being visible or dimming its light to make other people comfortable or to seem more palatable. Either way, that is not the sun's energy showing up in a balanced, high vibrational way. And so if you are experiencing any of those things, here are some questions that you may want to ask yourself. Are you fully living and expressing the energy of your sun sign? If not, are there ways that you're dimming that light? Are there certain areas of life where you turn down your brilliance and your ability to shine? Why might that be? Now, the sun is connected to Leo energy. So how is your sun sign energy connected to the house that Leo is sitting in your chart? How does this play out for you? For example, I'll share my story. I'm a Pisces, and Pisces being a water sign, we are wired in such a way that we move through and experience the world, our sun sign, through our feelings and emotions and our intuition. They're like our special antennas that we use to feel our way through things. So naturally, we feel everything. That is just the way that we're wired. But as a child, I was told all the time that I was too sensitive. And so what I understood as a kid was that it was not okay for me to be myself. But in believing that who I was too much and not enough at the same time, it was confusing. And so I shut down these great parts of myself, these gifts that I was given. I shut down my emotions, which stagnated my energy for so long and turned into angry, frustrated outbursts instead. I convinced myself that my intuition wasn't to be trusted, even though there was a deep knowing that I had since I was a kid. And it kept me stuck and it held me back in a lot of ways. And as I began to heal, I realized that my sensitivity was actually my superpower. And all I needed to do was learn how to express it in positive, healthy ways. I always used to wish that the little girl in me knew that before she had to go through all the difficulties she had to go through. But I also realized that if I hadn't, there'd be no story for me to tell right now and no way for me to relate to or help people that have been experiencing the same thing. So as I gave myself permission to fully express myself in this way, my life purpose started to take shape and I began to trust where I was being led. I also felt this sense of freedom, releasing myself from this belief that I wasn't good enough or that something was wrong with me. My attitude changed, my energy changed, and then my life started to change, taking on a path that felt natural and right. Now let's get into your birth card. Your birth card is the role that you came here to play in this lifetime. And all of your experiences, positive and negative, follow a specific path which lead you to the self-actualization of this energy and a transformation into the highest potential of it. Sounds exciting, right? Every card or symbol has its own path. It speaks to why you're here, what experiences you signed up for as a soul, and what you ultimately came here to learn for your soul's growth and evolution. In simpler terms, this is the energy behind what you came here to do, AKA in the movie called Life. This is the role that your soul signed up to play. So how do you find your birth card? Click on the link in the description box for the resource page, which will take you to the Cardology chart. For example, if your birth card is a 7 of hearts, you are likely here to learn the lesson of unconditional love. Now, this might happen through issues that you may experience when it comes to relationships. And so one of your biggest lessons here is to learn the art of forgiveness and letting go of attachments so that you're not blocking up your own energy in order for you to live a more fulfilled life. If your birth card is the Jack of Diamonds, you're here to shake shit up with your creativity, with your ideas, as Jacks are here to bring a youthful, playful spirit to everything that they do. As my mentor would say, they're here to be an activist and speak the truth. You may find that these people could be entrepreneurs, or they can also make excellent salespeople. Now, your sun sign will be the dominant energy force behind your ability to play this role. This gives you with the necessary strengths and the challenges to grow and evolve within your personality, which is your authentic energy, to embody the role that you came here to play and to transform into the person that you're meant to become. So here are a couple questions to ask. What feeling do you get when you understand the role that you came here to play? Is it excitement or is it dread? Or is it a knowing that that is in fact what you're being led to, but a fear of having to step out of your comfort zone? Don't feel bad. That's actually common. What examples in your life have you noticed that have provided you the evidence of how you've been playing this role on the high or low side? How is your sun sign connected to this card? How has the way you've been playing it contributed to your ability to embody this role in its most positive aspects? Now, if any of this sounds like you can relate to it, in addition to the questions that I asked, which are a good start to digging a little bit deeper into where you may find misalignments, I have a couple of tips for self-care. Now, the sun is all about creativity and self-expression. So doing anything creative, art, writing, dancing, singing, anything that allows you to shine and be yourself can help you connect back to that energy. Now, the second is one of my personal favorites. It's sunlight meditation. Being outside or even in the comfort of your own home, but letting the sunlight come in and fill up your entire body. And then there's solar plexus energy work. This could be breath work focused on the solar plexus area, which is about 2 inches above the navel. You can work with or wear the color yellow, or you can get into energy healing like Reiki to focus on the solar plexus area. Well, there you have it. If you've been picking up what I've been putting down in these videos, then come join me on my new very own platform, the Higher Vibe Society, where we will be delving into life purpose, relationships, career, healing, and spiritual mindful practices, all of the things, using astrology, cardology, energy healing, subconscious reprogramming, and manifestation. I'm going to be teaching all of these concepts, practices, and strategies that I've used personally and that have helped me find purpose, clarity, and to heal. Thank you so much for being here. If you found it helpful, please subscribe, hit that like button, and I will see you in the next session.